So welcome to our Tuesday morning pranayama and meditation class. We don't really need any props for this class, just our presence and our lungs. So, but you do want to make sure that you're seated comfortably. And so that's the first thing. If you're feeling uncomfortable at any point in class, please make sure to change your position. So you can always sit in a chair, you can elevate your hips, sit on a cushion. You can even change if you're sitting cross-legged, bring your legs back, or figure out a way to feel comfortable. There will be one section of the class where we'll be a little bit more in an attempt to not move, and that will be during our meditation practice. But other than that, during the pranayama practice, if there is a need to adjust, just do it mindfully. So don't let me fix this, and just very, very slow, and kind of just make little adjustments so that you can settle and be comfortable. All right. So we'll start with our opening mantra. We'll do Asatoma Satgamaya. That's the first mantra. And then I think today we'll actually add also the Ashtanga mantra. So we'll do it a call and repeat for the second one. So the Asatoma we'll do together, and then the second one we'll do call and repeat. I'll remind you as we go. So let's go ahead and find a comfortable seat. Soften your gaze or close your eyes. Relax your shoulders. Allow yourself a moment of presence, maybe drawing in a little bit of gratitude for having a good night's rest, for the gift of this new day, for the gift of this next breath. With the next inhale, we'll bring the palms together at the center of the heart. We'll do 2 Oms. The first one, just to kind of clear the space and set our practice. Inhale. Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Vrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 Om Vande Gurunam Charanaravinday Sandarshita Swatma Sukhavabodhe Nishrejase Jangali Kayamane Samsara Hala Hala Moha Shantye Abahu Purusha Kadam Shankachakrasi Daharinam Sahasra Shirsam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim And slowly we'll exhale. We can bring the arms down. So we'll start with 2 minutes of our resonant breathing. So just making sure that you guys can hear this tone before we start. I'll give it volume, that would help. Can you hear it? Perfect. Okay. I'll put it here. All right, so let's start it over so that we can do the full 2 minutes. All right, so inhaling for a count of 5, exhaling, count of 7. Breath in, out. Following the tone to continue your pattern of breathing. Like your breath, your exhales long to the count of 7. Inhales deep to the count of 5. Try to soften your body. Relax your abdomen. A little sound, Ujjayi breathing. Little constriction in the back of the throat. Slowly with that last exhale, we'll begin now with a breath retention after the exhale breath. So it's a kumbhaka. We'll inhale deeply through both nostrils. Exhale and then retain the breath, short count of 8. Inhale. Again, exhale. At the end of the exhale, hold the breath out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Hold the breath out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Now the retention will be at the top of the in-breath. We'll hold for 12. Inhale. Hold the breath in. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly exhale, fully releasing the breath, slowly, not all at once. Inhale again to hold. Slowly exhale, not all at once, with control, with a sense of ease. Last retention. Inhale. Hold at the top, only 12. You can do it. Relax your body. Slowly exhale. 3 rounds of in for 5, out for 7. 2, excuse me. Last one. Good. Now we'll do the same retentions, but on both the in and the out. So first an inhale for 5. Then we'll exhale and hold the breath out. Empty lungs, chin to the chest, belly's drawn in. Create Mula Bandha, Uddiyana, and Jalandhara Bandha. Release all bandhas as you inhale. Hold at the top, again, chin down, pelvic floor. Release the jaw and then exhale, slow and gentle. Feel free to take a couple extra breaths if you need to here. Hold at the bottom of the exhale. Chin down. Good. Chin down a little bit, Kathy. There you go. Hold like you're sealing a pot. Now chin up and inhale. Lock it in, chin down, engage your pelvic floor, draw your belly in, hold the inhale breath. Good. Chin up, slow exhale. Empty out the lungs, again, lock everything in, hold the breath out. Release the chin, inhale. Good, and now exhale. 3 rounds. In for 5. Out for 7. Let your body relax. Let your mind soften. Good. Okay, so now we'll prepare for Kapalabhati. We alternate sometimes between Bhastrika and Kapalabhati. Kapalabhati is the lower abdomen. Bhastrika is a little bit higher and it works on the in and out. The Kapalabhati, you want to relax the upper chest and just pump the lower belly. So if it's comfortable, you can place one hand at your belly, one hand at your chest. The hand that's at your chest, try not to feel it lifting and lowering. You want to keep that stable. The hand that's on your belly, that's going to open and close. So we're going to pump through the lower belly. Think of the area below the belly button. So when you're ready, take a nice deep breath in. And then begin to pump lower belly. Good. Good. Exhale completely. Inhale deeply. Chin down, Ula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Hold a little longer than usual. You can always breathe if you need to, but try. Relax your shoulders. Lift the chin, relax the body as you exhale. Good. So that long hold in the middle, we're going to elongate it a little bit more each time. You're welcome to keep your hands if that's comfortable, or if you know what you're doing, then just relax them by your sides. All right, we're going to inhale again, second round. Lower belly is going to pump. Focus just on the exhale. Exhale, 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 exhale. Only the exhale breath. Good. Exhale completely. We're going to breathe in for our long retention. Inhale, fill your lungs, deepest breath in. Chin to chest, engage your pelvic floor in Uddiyana Bandha and relax your shoulders, retain the breath. Release the chin, slowly exhale. Very slow, don't let that exhale come out all at once. Control the breathing out. Now preparing for the last round, deep breath in. And pump. And exhale completely. Deepest breath in, fill your lungs. Chin down, retain. Slowly chin up and release the breath very, very gently, letting it go a little bit at a time. 3 more rounds. In for 5. Out for 7. Let these 3 breaths clear the nervous system. Let you come back to equanimity. Let go of all the effort, of all the holding, of all the work. Good. Now we'll prepare for alternate nostril. We'll prepare the right hand into Vishnu Mudra. We're going to Close the right nostril, inhale through the left. Close the left nostril, exhale through the right. Inhale, right side. Close the right, exhale through the left. Good. Inhale, left. Close the left, exhale, right. In through the right. Close the right, exhale, left. Stay focused inward, eyes closed. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. In left. Out right. Make the transition smooth. In right. Out left. Three more. In left. Out right. In. Out through the left. Two more on your own. After that last exhale through the left nostril, release the right hand. 3 rounds. Inhale. And exhale. In. Out. Last one. We'll do Samavriti next. So this breath we've done before. It's a little bit different, but I wanted to explain it. There's a pause or a retention, I should say, at the top of the breath and then at the bottom of the breath. different than what we were doing before, where we breathed in and we held, then we exhaled and we held. This one is equal. So before we were breathing in for a count of 8, breathing out for a count of 12, and retaining for a count of 8. So it's different. Samavriti means equal. So there's a breath in the app that will allow us to do it. So I'm going to set it here. It's going to be 4, 4, and 4. So I'm going to make it really simple today. As the weeks go, we can make it a little bit longer. So that means we're going to inhale for a count of 4, hold the breath, no bandhas, and then exhale for a count of 4, hold the breath, no bandhas. So the only bandha that is kind of activated throughout your entire practice is your mula bandha, your pelvic floor. You always want to feel like your pelvic floor is there. Don't forget about it. It's just there. Doesn't mean you have to tighten or squeeze. Just know that it's there. You're holding yourself. The Jalandhara bandha, when we lock in, and in combination with Mula bandha, creates like a pressure cooker. When we hold, everything compresses in, and now we're holding either on the exhale or on the inhale breath. So we're not doing that for this breath. The Samavriti is just a float of a hold. I guess that's the best way I can describe it. So we're going to try to do it for 3, actually we'll do 4 minutes since we're doing 4s. And you'll hear the sound when it's time to inhale, when it's time to hold, when it's time to exhale, and when it's time to hold. The holds will be silent, so there's no sound. So that's how this one plays. All right, let's try it. So inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Breath out. In. Out. Continue following with the beat, with the rhythm. Sometimes it might feel like you have more breath or to draw in or to release. That's okay. Just try to breathe in for the sound and hold. Breathe out slowly, and even if you still have to exhale, hold. In. Out. as that last exhale is released. We'll do 3 rounds of 5 and 7. Inhale. Exhale for 7. Again, in and out. One more time, in and out. Beautiful. Our last breath will be Brahmari, and you can do this with the mudra or without, it's up to you. If you're going to use the mudra, you can place your index fingers over your eyelids, your middle fingers at the bridge of your nose, kind of at that hard cartilage, not closing your nostrils, a little bit above. The other 2 fingers are coming down, touching the tips of the fingers, one above, one below the lips. And then the thumbs close the ears. Elbows up, chest tall, shoulders relaxed. Inhale deeply. And then exhale, making a humming sound. 2 more. In. Releasing your Chanmukhi Mudra, relax your arms down, soften your shoulders, and then we'll prepare for our meditation practice. So now is a good time to change the position of your feet, or to just simply readjust yourself if you need to. We are going to let's do 16 minutes. The music I'm going to play for us today is an activating music. So it's drums. So it's different than what we're used to when we do our meditation. So I want you guys to feel the music moving through, but keeping in mind the cues of the meditation practice. So we're not looking to soften, to relax. It's part of the practice, but we're looking to activate. So what's going to activate? That's up to your bodies, your mind, your spirit to kind of let that happen. So it's just a little bit different. I just wanted to give that little heads up. All right, so we're going to start sitting nice and upright. We're doing 16 minutes today, so it's a little long. Make sure that your legs are comfortable, that you feel rooted down. You can, if you like, take your hands one in front on top of the other, and then rest them at your lap with your thumbs, tips of your thumbs touching. And this will help you to remember or to recall that if ever that changes, the tips of the thumbs come apart or they collapse, that you're no longer being mindful of your physical experience. So now you've gone somewhere else. I want you to stay activated in your physical experience. And we'll just take a moment to observe the breath, no longer controlling it in any way. Continue to observe the breath. and start to become aware, you don't have to name it, but how the drums and the sounds of the music resonate within you. If you find yourself in a hesitation point, see if you can soften. Let yourself be a part of the experience. Continue to observe the breath. Continue to observe the sensations of the body. Commit to your stillness. Not out of willpower, but out of connection. Conscious effort to soften the muscles of the face, jaw, throat, and the shoulders. Kathy, let your chin come down just a little bit. There you go, right there. will continue to reach and grip and hold on to whatever it can as you try to settle and calm the mind down. With love, but with sureness, firmness, remain steadfast to your focal point. Whatever arises, try to accept lovingly. Remembering that all is temporary. If physical discomfort arises, know it will not last very long. If mental discomfort arises, it too will pass. If an emotional discomfort arises, it will not linger very long either. All of these experiences ephemeral, fleeting. They come and they go. Part of you that's chosen to sit in stillness, in focus, that remains. Whatever is going on around you in your room, whether it's complete silence and stillness, or there's movement, noise, let it be. Also, those things are fleeting. Allow yourself to sit for a moment with whatever was activated within you during that practice. Again, it may not be something that you can clearly describe or name, but maybe something you feel or just simply know. Sit with whatever arose, whatever came up, and just notice and observe. And when you feel ready, you can release your hands, maybe place them on top of your knees if they were together. Allow yourself a moment to come back into your space. You can blink your eyes open. And then let's go ahead and get a nice inhale, arms up overhead. Maybe interlace the fingers, reach the palms up, lengthen. And exhale, release. You can lean back and let's stretch out those legs. They've been still for a long time, so maybe just one to each side. Give them a little massage down into the calves and the ankles. And it's okay if your legs fall asleep, if they feel numb. Again, ephemeral, passing, fleeting. It comes back. The sensation always does. So then we'll close our practice today with our closing mantra. You can stay seated however is comfortable for you. You don't have to go back into cross-legged. And we'll do also the call and repeat. So we'll do Sahana Bhava 2 and the Ashtanga closing prayer. So palms together. Inhale. Sahana Bhavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaveryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadi Tamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Swasti Prajabhyaha Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahishaha Go Brahmanebhyaha Shubhamastu Nityam Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Beautiful practice today, you guys. A little bit different. I wanted to change it up a little bit. You're welcome to unmute. Let me know how your experience was. If you have any questions, if you found anything difficult, any complaints, all of the above is fine.